Hello, welcome to problem number 2 of Replicate This Illustrator Edition. This one is lovingly referred to as stroke madness, and you will soon see as it may be the most complex and step-heavy problem. First thing we're going to do is start off with typing the words stroke madness. Let's see, all caps, escape to get out of cursor mode. Undo our caps lock. We need to decrease the line spacing, so I'm going to hit Option up directional arrow key. First of all, this is not the right alignment or the right weight. Let's go to paragraph. Let's center that, or Command Shift C will do the same thing. Let's change our type face to a bold weight. Stroke is italic. Bold italic, escape. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's shrink it down a little bit maybe. Hit my scale tool and then hold down Shift while I drag. Okay, that's as close as you need to be. Again, if you don't have Myriad Pro, or if you just have regular Myriad or Myriad Bold, go ahead and use whatever, as close as you can get to Myriad Pro Bold, which is what I'm using here. Okay, first, and not the most important point, but very important, do not be in blinking cursor mode as we start this process of making paths and things. You need to just have the type object selected with your black arrow. Most of the work for this exercise is going to take place in the appearance panel. And the first thing we want to do with our type is to add a new stroke. This is add new fill and this is a new effect, but we need to add a new stroke. That actually coincidentally adds a fill, so we might as well, we know that our fill needs to be black for this center type, so let's just do that, and then let's drag our stroke below the fill, because I'll show you what happens if you don't. Let's change this to yellow, and let's bump up that way. You see, it starts to eat away the black fill. So let's drag that below the fill. Now, why did I choose yellow? Because clearly this is a white stroke around our black type on the example. It is just so we can see it. Let's do, I think we did, let's try 14 point stroke. We've got a fill on top, we've got a stroke on the bottom, and we've got that, which is 14 points and yellow right now, so we can see its shape against white. What's the difference between this white curvy, marshmallowy shape and this hard edge shape? The edges are not rounded. Well, how do we round the corners on a stroke? We need to access the stroke palette, which can be done by clicking the blue word stroke, the underlined blue word stroke, which gives you the stroke panel. Everything you can get in the stroke panel, you can get access right here through the appearance panel. See where it says cap and corner? If we click the middle button on corner, that is going to give us round stroke corners. And that is exactly what we were looking for. So let's go back to the appearance panel. And what's the next step? We need an orange outer stroke. So there's two things we can do. We can simply add a new stroke because it pretty much picks up the properties of this, or we can drag this stroke down to the new, basically new anything icon. In this case, it's going to be a new stroke. Let's select the bottommost stroke. Let's change the color to orange, and let's bump up the weight to at least double, right? 28. Why isn't it letting me select? 28. Actually needs to be a little bit thicker. Let's go all the way up to 30. And then let's change. To get this to look exactly like this, we need a white center stroke. So let's click the color, square, and hit white. There we go. Now, you might think that we're done, right? Wrong. It looks exactly the same right now. However, I want you to be able to go to outline mode, Command Y, and I want you to be able to see these strokes. So what do we need to do now? Let's select our type object and let's create outlines. Type, create outlines. Command Shift O. All right, there we go. With our stroked outlined type, we need to expand or get Illustrator to generate strokes for these beautiful marshmallowy rounded outlines we've got. So let's go to Object, expand the appearance that we just designed. We're still not done yet because it actually hasn't done anything. Command Y, see, there's nothing there yet. Object expand. Once we take away the appearance, we need to expand it one more time. And expand, there we go. Asks us if we want fill, stroke, yes we do. Click OK. And we have this huge mess of lines, which actually kind of looks cool. But we don't need that. It's all grouped together right now, so I'm going to click ungroup one time. Command Shift G, object ungroup. And I'm going to grab my black type. Just to get it out of the way, I'm going to hide it. Select only the black type, go to Object, Hide Selection, or Command 3. And there it goes, it disappeared. So now that I can easily have access to my white marshmallowy letters, which look awesome. Let's see, sorry, I lost my train of thought. All right, let's go to the Pathfinder. We need to unite all of these letters. What if there was a button? Imagine if there was a button that would unite all of these vector shapes for us. Hey, there is. It's called Unite. Let's click it. Let's do the same thing for our orange shapes, which kind of do this same puffy overlapping thing. Click Unite one more time. Let's unhide or show all to get our black letters back. And now we're getting really close. Watch what happens when I go Command Y or View Outline. There we go. This is what I want to see when I come around and look at yours. Now, let's zoom in here and we can see that we've got a few little errors here, a few little overlaps left behind by the unite operation. We're going to grab our white arrow and we're going to select those by holding down Shift to get all of them at once. Let's get all those points. Oops, I grabbed my E on accident. Let's start over again. Let's just grab these two. Sometimes if you don't get all the paths, you have to click twice. Although this one I can get all of it, and this one I can get all of it. Okay, those are deleted. Zoom out. Okay, that's what I want to see on your computers, is when I go to outline mode, is to see these outer strokes. This comes in handy when you're cutting vinyl stickers or silk screening a t-shirt design. You may need to have actual strokes for these outer colors right here. Okay, that's it for Stroke Madness. See, that wasn't so hard, was it? You may have to go back and rewind this several times, but don't fear. Once you've mastered the Stroke Madness, there's very few things that should intimidate you in the appearance panel. That's it for now. We'll see you on problem 3. Thanks.